Tonight we're diving deep into one of the most consequential days in modern American history. Donald J. Trump's first 24 hours as President of the United States. On January 20, 2017, after a tumultuous campaign in a deeply divided nation, President Trump took the oath of office and immediately set about reshaping the country in his image. From a whirlwind of executive orders to a complete overhaul of White House staff, this was a day of action. A day that set the tone for a presidency unlike any other. No president in recent memory had moved with such speed and aggression. Within hours of entering the Oval Office, President Trump began signing executive orders at a breathtaking pace. These weren't just minor policy tweaks. These were sweeping directives aimed at dismantling the legacy of his predecessor, Barack Obama. The Affordable Care Act, environmental regulations, immigration policy, all were targeted in this initial salvo, sending shockwaves through Washington and across the nation. The sheer volume of orders was staggering, each one meticulously prepared by his team during the transition. Some saw it as a sign of decisiveness, a leader eager to make good on his campaign promises. Others, however, saw it as reckless, a sign of a president governing by instinct and ideology rather than careful deliberation. The wave of change wasn't limited to policy. President Trump also moved swiftly to install his loyalists throughout the White House and key government agencies. Familiar faces from the campaign, Steve Bannon, Reince Priebus, Kellyanne Conway, were now calling the shots from the West Wing. These appointments, many without prior government experience, raised eyebrows among the political establishment. Critics worried about a lack of experience and potential conflicts of interest. But the message was clear. President Trump was building a team in his own mold, one that would be fiercely loyal and unafraid to challenge the status quo. While the executive orders dominated the news cycle, they were just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, the Trump administration was quietly enacting hundreds of smaller but no less significant executive actions. These ranged from freezing federal hiring to withdrawing from the Trans-Pacific Partnership Trade Agreement. Each action, meticulously planned and executed, chipped away at the Obama era, replacing it with the Trump vision. The cumulative effect was staggering, a fundamental shift in the direction of the federal government. Supporters cheered the swift action, while critics worried about the erosion of democratic norms and the potential for abuse of power. That evening, President Trump held his first primetime press conference, a tradition for new presidents. But this was no ordinary press conference. From the outset, it was a tense and confrontational affair, with President Trump sparring openly with reporters. He defended his travel ban, dismissed reports of chaos within his administration, and repeatedly attacked the media, labeling them the enemy of the people. The press conference was a microcosm of his presidency, combative, unpredictable, and defiant. It was must-see TV, captivating the nation and setting the stage for a tumultuous relationship between the Trump White House and the press. Throughout the day, President Trump delivered 3 major speeches, each one carefully crafted to articulate his vision for America. From his inaugural address to his remarks at the CIA headquarters, he struck a consistent theme: America first. He promised to restore American greatness, rebuild the military, and put America first in all matters of foreign policy. He spoke directly to his base, tapping into their anxieties and frustrations. He painted a picture of a nation in decline, beset by enemies both foreign and domestic. And he offered himself as the only one who could fix it. President Trump's first day in office was a whirlwind of activity, a relentless assault on the status quo. It was a day that left no doubt. America was under new management. Whether you agreed with his policies or not, one thing was clear. Donald Trump was a force to be reckoned with. His presidency would be unlike any other, a tumultuous ride that would test the very fabric of American democracy. The world watched in awe and apprehension as a new era dawned in Washington, an era that promised to be anything but ordinary.